The roots of a great ancestor tree reach from deep underground to the surface above and beyond. But this tree feels tainted. You are a scion of the elves. The mother tree demands your blood. You do not have a choice. She has a plan, and you must serve her with your death. You heed your mother's wishes and take root. But then you hear a voice, a friendly whisper from beyond. The voice knows you, he understands you, he loves you. He offers you your freedom and asks but one small service in return. Grateful, you accept. In an instant, you are an elf once more, walking in the world. But your new friend begins to make demands. Small services, then larger and more often. They cause you pain. At last, he bids you guard your tree. He expects you shall have guests. You shall kill the Godwoken when they come. Then you shall be free. The thought occurs. The sign replaced one bad deal with another.
To trade one's soul for immortality and then lose out on your prize? That is unfortunate, no matter the circumstances.
Spare me this elven strife. I care not.
Desperation leads to stupidity, among the stupid anyway.
The roots of a great ancestor tree reach from deep underground to the... You struggle to focus on the so-called healer looking down at you. Nothing but a human quack. The end is near. You can sense it. You croak out a last plea, to be burned in the lizard tradition. But it only comes out as an unintelligible squeak. The human frowns in confusion. Everything goes dark.
You savage! I hope you choke on me!
Help! I'm down here! A mind of this magnitude shouldn't be cursed to live like this. Can you dig me up? Well, I used to be... Wait, who did I used to be? I can say with confidence who I am now, at least. A thinker. The likes of which you've never known and never will. Don't worry, there's nothing funny about me.
Ooh, how...
Please hurry, it's stifling in here.
The skeleton tries to brush the dirt from his clattering bones, then frowns. The moistest bits are still stuck in his cracks and crevices.
Thanks. You're probably looking for a reward, but I haven't got much. Except, you know, the wisdom of the ages.
He pokes a finger against his ossified head.
I'm a bit of a philosopher, you see. Not much else to be, what with all that thinking time. Oh, but I don't just go around giving knowledge away like a common medium.
The skeleton pauses and sighs, then straightens his spine with a clatter.
A soul bond will settle it. A battle of wits. Then the cosmos itself will decide who can better face the truth of our own essence, me or you. A weak soul may not survive the bond, but I'm sure you'll be just fine. Oh, it's easy. We link up souls and share our innermost beliefs. Think of it like an innocent little duel. The winner remains comfortable with their personal truths. The loser, well, battle is dangerous, is it not? I find it to be true anyway, even when you're battling your own mortality. The angst can prove terminal to the weak-willed. I don't blame you. To brush shoulders with someone of my stature must be overwhelming. Got yourself together? Let's soul bond and see who's got a better handle on this Oh, how fun. Just touch this bone on my rib cage here, right over where my...
You reach for the rib in question, but nothing feels different. Not until you try to pull your finger away and it remains glued to the bone.
All right, mister. Deep thought. First up, our purpose in life. I say it's to accumulate knowledge. Pretty great answer, eh? Can you do better than that?
His jaws clack together in a show of self-assurance. You question your response the moment it leaves your lips. Your entire body shivers anxiously as you wonder, what is this life's true meaning?
You poor, precious, pathetic thing. That's what happens when you gaze into an unseasoned soul. Let's see if you can do better this time. Tell me, Sammy Smarty Pants, is there such a thing as free will? I say no. The gods guide our every move. I dare you to outsmart me now.
You are immobilized by fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of nothing, fear of everything. It aches, as if the weight of the world presses against your skull.
Aw, the big lizard's as weak as a kitten. There, it'll be okay. I hate to ask another question, but the bond demands it. Sorry and all that. So tell me, is there a difference between right and wrong? Don't hurt yourself now. I know how trying this must be for you.
You feel the bond break between your finger and the skeleton. You pull your hand quickly back to your side. Inner doubt rips through your mind, soul, and body. The pressure builds and builds.
Such a pity.
An undead elf steps from the shadows. He looks powerful, but when he speaks, he is in pain.
Welcome, Godwoken, to your grave. I promised you decay. I decay. But if I serve, I grow again. I shall serve him. You must die. He is my friend. He is your king. He wants your decay. Rise, my rotten army. Come down, Godbroken! Come, you can! Come down, Godbroken! Come, you can! Come down, Godbroken! Come, you can! I'm ready! Here, Godwoken. We all rot. yield to none.
You have been a spirit for a very long time indeed. This afterlife has been spent resisting the pull of the ancestor tree that wants your source. You've always hated the scion of the tree for seeking your destruction. Once he served the hated mother tree. You hate her too, but now the scion has taken a darker path. But he still wants your source. Relief flows through you as a realization grows. You may leave. The spirit slips away. A wave of relief washes off the spirit, relief tempered with disgust. You are an elven spirit. Who you were in life is now forgotten. You have spent the years resisting the pull of the ancestor tree. It would steal your source. This source you would gladly give to the mother tree. But not this traitor. This scion has betrayed the elves. This scion has taken a darker path. This scion wants your source for someone or something else. This, you think, is what happens when the scions don't get proper training. Relief flows through you as you realize that you may leave. Your thoughts flash to the mother tree by the water on an island with no name. The spirit slips away. The spirit looks forlorn, exhausted, spent. Nothing remains of the life you led. The long years after death, resisting the tree as it tried to take your source, have left you with little more than an overwhelming sense of betrayal. Relief flows through you. The spirit slips away. The tree sits lifeless now, bereft of memory, its source gone forever. Dead wood now, it shall fade into the past.
Typical dwarven.
We died
So
glorious
restless.
deaths.
We were picked off by spies. There was no glory and no point to it either.
We are an inspiration to our people.
That inspiration. We're an example.
Valga, do the dwarves worship this woman?
We died glorious deaths.
We were picked off by spies. There was no glory and no point to it either.
The eagle glowers at you balefully, with eyes like shiny little buttons. One manicured and beribboned claw shoots forth to claim the stringy offal before him. Stretching his neck forward, he peers closely at you.
Pretty eyes. Eyes that see far.
The eagle's own eyes glitter with avarice.
We died glorious deaths.
Master tied them on. Pretty ribbons. Match my pretty claws. Match your pretty eyes.
We are an inspiration.
Peck, peck, peck. The eagle pecks free some choice lump of gristle from deep within the corpse. He swallows it whole, dark blood dripping from his beak and matting the fluffy feathers at his throat.
Master died, but Master told me what to do. All my life told me you are what you eat. So I do. I will become the Master. Unless you are not the new master, are you?
We were picked off by spies. There was no glory and no point to it either.
We are an inspiration to our people.
That inspiration. We're an example.
And if you want to be my master, you must first become the master. You are what you eat.
We were picked off by spies. There was no glory and no point to it either.
You chew it for what seems like forever, yet the texture does not change in your mouth. Tough yet moist, leathery yet slippery. It's disgusting. Sometimes you really wonder about how you make choices in life. Sometimes, like now. The eagle hops from claw to claw, peering up at you with a berserk and bird-like excitement.
See? Feel it? The power!
We died glorious deaths.
A hacking caw breaks free from his ebony beak. Those little button eyes seem to twinkle in the gloom.
Yes, kidney. Good for courage, good for warrior. You will fight well, now Master's blood runs within you. Featherfall is with you. Together, we go together from here.
Featherfall hops eagerly onto your shoulder and digs his claws in deep. He pecks your cheek in what could charitably be called an affectionate manner. Blood drips from the wound. At least he didn't go for your eyes.
We died glorious deaths.
We were picked off by spies. There was no glory and no point to it either.
We are an inspiration to our people.
That inspiration. We're an example.
Biting deep into the rotting flesh, your senses are assailed with a rank odor of meat long past its prime. Your memory wavers and becomes not your own, but the memory of one who led the most solitary of lives. You see myriad wings flapping, your hand scattering birdseed. You hear the screeching of eagles, the tearing of flesh. All of your life is centered on this place, this pedestal of death. All of your life is dedicated to feeding your eagles the meat of your dearly departed people.
We died glorious deaths.
We were picked off by spies. There was no glory and no point to it either.
We are an inspiration to our people.
That inspiration. We're an example.
Two dwarven spirits at loggerheads. In a flash, you are both of them, brother and sister. Your feminine side is a rebel, rising up against the tyrannical queen. Your masculine side is a royalist, loyal to the monarch he loves. As the brother, you rescue your sister from the pikes of the royal guard. Together, you flee across the sea to the melting pot of Driftwood and Reaper's Coast. But in Driftwood, you visit the lizard. You are the sister, and you know that something is wrong. You climb the stairs to rescue your brother, and find him fighting for his life against the dwarves who would rob him. Both of you die. But your killers do right by their fellow dwarves, and bring you here to lay you to rest. As spirits, you fight for eternity, one convinced that the queen is a tyrant, the other that your treason was wrong.
watch yourself. There's a voice whispering promises to the dead around here. Word is that they'll be walking about with flesh on their bones again if they send you to the Hall of Echoes. You're Godwoken, ain't you? You've a certain something about your aura. Don't ask me why. But someone out there's got it in for you and everyone like you.
Watching the birds pick your body clean is almost soothing. At least you know you're doing some good for a creature. And it means that elf ain't getting his claws on my corpse. Not mine specifically, but he creeps from grave to sepulchre, taking what he wants. Whatever he wants.
A grim expression passes across her face as she looks out over the graveyard.
The dead don't rest easy in this garden. Not by half. He lives in the big house by the gate. I ain't about to wander up and ask for a name, mind you. The less I see of him, the happier I'll rest.
Two dwarven spirits at loggerheads. In a flash, you are as the brother, you are the sister, both of you, but your killers do right by their fellow dwarves and bring you here to lay you to rest. As spirits, you fight for eternity. One convinced that the queen... The brother scowls. He feels vindicated. His sister still does not agree. A life is not worth living if you do not stand up for what you believe. The brother is at peace with himself. He stood by his... The brother is at peace with himself.
We died glorious deaths.
We were picked off by spies. There was no glory and no point to it either.
We are an inspiration to our people.
Not inspiration. We're an example.
Callum Anchoret lies here. Fell in the Great War, aged 14.
I've spotted something.
flesh is well past ripe. Whatever memories it once held in our Ugh, this...
The masked creature is mute. It is no longer possible to read the name upon this old grave marker. The spirit does not talk to you, though the pair... You recognize the dog from the town square in Driftwood. The wounds from his spiked collar are healing well.
Oh, hi! How are you? I'm good. Hey, do you smell that? It smells like the fish place, doesn't it? Like fish, only, worse. Okay, bye!
You recognize the dog from the...
Oh, hi! You again? Everything okay? I'm much better. I like it here, apart from the smell. But you know, the only thing worse than a bad smell is no smell at all.
You recognize the dog from the town square.
Oh, hi! You again?
Careful now. That's a trap.
If graves you dig, I'll warn you now. Beware the creak and then the click. Then comes the bang, then comes the bang! Close your eyes and listen.
The spirit's memories play out before you in darkest black. The sound alone relates the tale. A self-styled archaeologist, some would call you a grave robber, you found the grave of Baron Wilmart Hogg IV. Your footsteps crunch light upon the gravel as you approach the tomb. You know that Hogg was avaricious, paranoid, and cruel, and you yourself value the first of these two traits most highly. You ease your way up to the grave and run your hand around the lid, searching for a trap. You find nothing. The wind whispers in the trees, and the grass rustles quietly. You slide the lid open with a creak. Click. Uh-oh, you think. Bang! The silence of the night is rent with a sound of screaming. You're screaming as you burn to death.
Commiserations, he says. I knew the risks. If graves you'd open, beware the creak, and then the click. Then comes the bang, then comes the bang! have only one regret. I didn't get the loot. I didn't get the loot. First came the creak, and the creak, click, bang!
Careful. I spotted a trap.
Has it turned on us or just lost its mind?
Creak, click, bang!
A sinner I, and who is not? The sinner lies that they sin not. A sinner lies. And yet the boneyard's full of sinners who got their prayers, while I did not.
Come on, mistress. Hear me, heed me. You've always had a glint in your eye for old Zimski. Don't abandon me now.
Zimski mutters to himself as he traces sigils in the dirt. He spies you, and a shrewd look brightens his eyes. He stretches out a hand, showing you a solitary coin on his palm.
Heads or tails?
He flips the coin high in the air. It twinkles beneath the moonlight as it spins down, and he claps it to his forearm. It's tails.
Lucky. Enjoy it while you can. All my life I served Lady Luck, and see how it ends? In the dirt, just the same as everybody else.
Turning from you, he crouches back to the dirt. He resumes tracing esoteric sigils, his fingertips swirling through the graveyard clay.
You seek to call her too? Oh, Lady Luck always came when I called. Until now. Now I cannot influence even a coin toss. Good enough.
He smiles a foxy smile as he stabs claw-like fingers at your chest. He begins to trace sigils on your flesh. Though you cannot feel his fingers upon your skin, something inside you shifts. You feel a coldness, and a sick longing seeps into your heart. He croons incantations as he works, and his voice is like the throwing of 1,000 dice inside your brain. Your body is suddenly filled with lust for coin and craving for more.
Now you feel her touch. Now Lady Luck sings in your blood as she once did in mine. And now I feel nothing.
Which god hears his pleas? And what comfort could the...
The masked creature is mute. Stone Garden. Be welcome.
grasshopper. Gave him a good whipping, we did. Nasty bugs. Gave him a good whipping, we did. Nasty bugs. Gave him a good whipping, we did. Nasty bugs. Gave him a good whipping, we did. Nasty bugs. Gave them a good whipping, we did. Nasty bugs. Gave them a good whipping, we did. Nasty bugs. Gave them a good whipping, we did. Nasty bugs. Gave them a good whipping, we did. Nasty bugs. Gave them a good whipping, we did. Nasty bugs. Gave them a good whipping, we did. Nasty bugs.
Mari flashes a massive horsey smile at you, then winces, her left arm hanging limply at her side.
By the seven, that was something. What'd I tell you? Nice scratch on me. None that last, at least. Glad my little guy got to see it. Oh, sure. Just a nasty bruise by the feel of it. May have to lay off blasting beasties for a day or two after. The fighter's lament. Didn't catch your name, though. I'm Mari. Pleasure's mine. You all right? Dunno about you, but I never was afraid of bugs. Then again, if you hadn't rolled in when you did, I might be whistling Teedle-Dee in a void Woken's belly by now. I owe you one. Always happy to squash a bug if I get the chance, especially with a toughie like you on the front. Hate to cut this short, but I ought to dash off. My boy's waiting for me. Mind lowering the bridge, though? I find myself slightly indisposed for the moment. She's all... Oh. You're okay. spider monkey doing? Safe and sound?
Spider monkey? You mean dragon?
Come here, you.
Mother and son fall into a tight embrace. One tear rolls down Mari's nose, falls on the black stubble on Barin's head. She strokes the wet drop away, smiling. Mari seems oblivious to you. Her eyes are closed, her lips turned in a serene smile as she strokes Barin's head.
My boy, my good boy.
Hey, wait, one sec. Ma, look! Thank you so much for helping my ma. All those void woken. Sheesh, thank the gods everyone is okay.
Thank the gods. Oh, thank the mum. And our friend here too. I know a good arm when I see one. I'll tell my cousin Raymond what you did. He's real high up in the Order, and he's visiting Driftwood as we speak. Could be he has some good work for you. Some dwarves, locals, attacked a Magister caravan. Must have been sorcerers inside. Voidwoken must have sensed them. Came in formation like a proper battalion. Never seen anything like it. No match for the bomber pair at the Bridgeside Cottage. Right, Baron?
As rain.
We're off into town. Best of luck to you, mate. And come say hi if you make your way inside.